Hello, welcome to the Dead Air Dudes. I'm Izzy.
I'm Raka, and you are Deader Dudes Nation. Thank you for liking, subscribing, tuning in, and keeping us going. Boy, gotta let everybody know. Many thanks, especially to the growing number of podcast listeners that we have garnered here, and we are just keeping this truck going.
Yeah, thank you all for continuing to support us, and if you like so far, get ready for what's coming next. That being said, we're going to give a quick review of Netflix's Fear Street Part 1, 1994. Now, we know it's a trilogy. You have Part 1, 1994, Part 2, 1978, and Part 3, I think 16, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not exactly
Yes,
sure. But
the original witch.
yes, he's like all three. I do believe directed by Leigh Janiak, and obviously based off of R.L. Stein's Fear Street. And yeah, this one in particular, story by Kyle Killen and Phil Graziadei. Sorry, I know I mangled that, but thank you. It stars Kiana Madeira, Olivia Scott Welch, Benjamin Flores Jr., and many others. Now, that being said, Raka, I did not have many good expectations for this. When I saw R.L. Stein, no offense to, but I figured it'd be kind of kiddie. So when I saw the rated R, I was kind of surprised. That being said, I still didn't expect much. Go ahead.
All right, so we're taking it Shady Side, Ohio. Fictitious town. 1994. Now, before I jump into anything, I gotta say, same as you, I had lowered my expectations for this to be kind of filler. Oh, wait. We're twinning over here.
We're twinning.
We're twinning. I mean, of course, I'm almost done with the bottle, but Eagle Rare, toast, my friend. I think I'm going to save this for something else, but yeah, Eagle Rare Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Yeah, we are.
Back to Fear Street. I had no expectations whatsoever, and it exceeded all of my low expectations. Not to demean it and take away from it, it was pretty entertaining.
Entertaining, yes, but I found so many issues with it.
Oh, it is wholly predictable.
It took me 2 days to watch. How about that?
Wow. No, I actually liked it better than you. I thought it, you know what? It was aptly timed at what, an hour? Hour and change.
Dude, it was an hour. It was an hour and 47 minutes. Almost.
Really?
Way too long for me. Sorry. That middle part.
Well, I thought it did well for what it was. If you had, we watched Herbie Halloween. That thing was horrible.
Well,
this was not that. This was, if you want to call it a Pulp Fiction of horror.
This was Evil Eye.
No, Evil Eye was worse. Come on. You know what was really standout? The soundtrack.
Yet I have several issues with that. Do you know that at
least
3 songs came out after 1994?
Absolutely. What they
tried
to do was take.
Why the fuck would you put songs that came out after 1994 on a movie that's based in 1994?
Because only a very meticulous prick like you would pick that out.
It's all over the interwebs. Look at your TikTok. Look at all the kids are talking about it. What other kids? I mean,
the aim here was not to be accurate. The aim here was to put you in the mood of the 90s.
It barely did that. How about that?
No, I think the clothing was rather lacking. I mean, flannel, okay. The music, I thought, you know what, is rather nostalgic for somebody in the 90s.
You played 10 seconds of the song. What? They couldn't
exactly. Well, it would have killed the whole budget to get copyrights from every one of these songs.
There you go. And it was ill-timed in the places where it shouldn't have been. And I'm like, it doesn't.
Do you think it was ultra campy?
No, and if it was ultra campy, then it would have been actually good.
Well, it's not like Ash versus the Evil Dead. That was ultra campy, but that's his thing.
And no, matter of fact, it took itself too seriously, and then it kind of the lead actress always had a scowl on her face, which is fine, but it kind of detracted from the whole thing.
I thought she performed well, though. Actually,
She was admirable. How about that? Okay.
Kiana Madeira.
Yes. And I mean, I kind of dug her. You know, I was rooting for the kid brother more than her.
The kid brother who's been on a plethora of Disney shows.
You know, well, see, you would know that with you know.
I would know that. Listen, okay, so for me it exceeded expectations, but wasn't spectacular. For you, it was what?
It was okay. I mean, it was okay. It was better than I thought, but I expected it to be shit. So therefore, that it was diarrhea makes it more palatable, I suppose. But I am fully invested in 78. Now I'm putting my hopes up a little higher because,
ladies and gentlemen, thank God that Izzy is not a food critic.
Okay, I'm putting my hopes a little higher because 78 is right in my wheelhouse. You're talking about 70s slasher,
so
you know. And if it didn't have
so
more,
for the record,
four different kills, I'll be upset.
For the record, 1994 is semi-solid diarrhea, and you're hoping for some kind of solid waste.
Yes.
For 78.
Yes, because I mean, you know,
78 looks like the origins of Camp Crystal Lake.
We want a nice solid bowel movement, not that explosive stuff, you know, which this was just slightly above.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now to the de-evolution of the Dead Air Dudes rating system. We're going with bowel movement, form, and consistency.
I apologize. We've gone down into the sewer. That means
literally. Cheers. I mean, pun intended in all.
Yes.
Cheers.
In all seriousness, the acting was better than I anticipated. Cheers. And the kills were surprisingly good, and it did give a nod to Scream the beginning when Maya Hawke got killed off. It harkened back to Scream 1 when Casey, Drew Barrymore's character, got killed off, and you had dispersing throughout the movie different nods and Easter eggs to
Well, this is why it was Pulp Fiction of horror movies.
And I love the bread cutter scene. The bread.
Yes, towards the end.
Yes, which, fun fact, the actual director did not want that, but the production team did want it, and they said the director said it's unrealistic that a head would go through that machine. So they actually purchased the watermelon, put it in the machine. It worked perfectly. Therefore, the scene was born. Now, not going to spoil it, but, if you guys see it, you know what I'm talking about.
So everybody out there in the bakery industry, please take note and keep your hands as well as your head away from the device. Public service. We do public service here on Dead Air Dudes. We do public service, folks.
Real quick, do you think that the story was made any sense? Was it good? Or was it your typical? Basically, is it worth a trilogy, or are they just spreading themselves too thin?
Okay, so the basic premise plot line about the witch and how to shake the curse of the witch is not tight. It's a very loose.
Not at all.
No, it's a very loose.
It's paper thin, brother.
Paper thin with a lot of holes. I get it. Is it worth a trilogy? Yes. Is it worth the duration of time that each episode is? No. I think you could have pared it down to about 30, 40 minutes. For a trilogy, yes. This should not be mini movies. This should be, again, a trilogy of terror in the 70s, right? For any hardcore horror fans out there, if you know it, you know it well. For anybody who don't know it, you are a pretender poser.
You need to watch it now. Well,
Trilogy of Terror, you can watch in one sitting.
Yes, you can.
And this is where I think this is what this should have been. And I get it. For viewership, for watch hours, and all the above, they want to draw it out. I get it. That's the trend now. Marvel's doing it. Marvel's been doing it. Everybody else has been doing it. Walking Dead sometimes goes an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes long an episode. That's another story. But it could have been pared down. On a whole, though, it is watchable. It fills a void in the summer.
All right. If and this is it's a low-hanging fruit here. If our goal is for it to be eminently watchable, then yes, you have succeeded in Netflix. It is eminently watchable. Congratulations. Now, the IMDb rating is a 6.2. Now, that's not great. I haven't checked the Rotten Tomatoes, not that it matters, but, you know, I mean, from horror hounds out there, there's been mixed reviews. Some love it, some think it's dog shit. But for me, it's watchable. But
it's very safe.
Ultimately forgettable. I'm putting all my hopes in part 2. Part 3, I have no hopes for because it looks like the original cast from part 1 is going to be in part 3 as well. So I have no idea how the hell they're going to do that, but whatever.
It's a safe movie. They don't go take a risk. It's loaded with jump scares. It's loaded with slasher and blood. It's wholly predictable, but it's not terrible. So I would have to give it three bloody axes out of 5. I'm not trashing it completely. I'm not glorifying it to be the next great thing. There you go.
2 out of 5, and that's on the high end. Enough said.
3 out of 5.
2 out of 5.
Okay. Well, Izzy's hoping for more solid White Castles for the 78 version. We're giving this a Taco Bell Grande with hot sauce. I mean, that actually...
Not even the hot sauce, the mild sauce.
Yeah. Maybe the mild sauce, not, very mild, not even piquant. All right. It's trending now. It's horror in July. I get it. Should this have been popped up in Halloween? I don't know. It probably will get a little bit of viewership, but I don't know if it has sustainability because it would pale in comparison to all the other great horror movies out there. There you go, folks. It's up to you. Again, we put it right on the middle, maybe a little below. It's on Netflix now. It's watchable. Leave it at that.
Definitely watchable. All right. For that, I'm Izzy.
I'm Raka, and we're all hoping for part 2, 1978, to be way better.
As usual, please like, subscribe, and thank you.
Spread the word. Spread the word. Thank you so much. Save the whales.
Take care, guys.